Hello and welcome. You're watching India Today. I'm Akshita Nandagopal. We're getting you all the updates coming in on the two big meetings that are happening in the national capital, with Andhra Pradesh having a big say in one of those. The NDA meeting as well as the India meet, the India bloc meet. We're getting you all the details that are coming in. The India bloc meet is just kicked off. The NDA meet has come to an end. So let's begin with breaking news that's coming in of the proposal, the resolution passed in the NDA meeting. The TDP and the JDU, two parties over which there's been maximum speculation because of the big chunk of number of seats that they've brought into the alliance, have very much agreed that unanimously Prime Minister, that Narendra Modi will continue as the Prime Minister. Let me read out for you some bits from this particular resolution. It says very clearly that we are all proud that these elections were won by the NDA under the leadership of Narendra Modi. We unanimously choose Narendra Modi as our leader. So this is the clear message that has been put forth. I want to bring in Poulomi Saha, who's tracking all the latest updates from outside the NDA meet. Venu, Poulomi, a resolution has been passed. We're expecting that all of the NDA leaders together will now go ahead and also stake claim perhaps tomorrow. But no hurdles really. The JDU, the TDP, all on board, saying very clearly we are one. That's right. That, in fact, is the resolution which has been passed at that NDA meeting, the meeting of the NDA leaders, where they've said that we are proud of the fact that we fought the 2024 Lok Sabha elections as NDA under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and we fought it unitedly and won the elections as well, as a result of which, as NDA Neta, we elect Narendra Modi unanimously. So clearly that is the message that has been sent out as far as that resolution which was passed at 7 LKM is concerned. It is, of course, a very important step as far as government formation is concerned. All the NDA leaders who were present in that meeting, they're all on board as far as this alliance is concerned. Nobody is switching sides. Nobody is going in any other direction. They've sworn their allegiance to the NDA. The numbers are intact, and now very soon we expect the BJP-led formation, the National Democratic Alliance, to go to Rashtrapati Bhavan in the next couple of days, possibly on June 7th, in order to stake claim to form government. Okay, so they'll be staking claim not today, but in a few days from now. Poulomi, just one more quick question. Have the nitty-gritties on the cabinet berths also been discussed in this meeting? Well, we believe that as far as that is concerned, it will take some amount of time. We already hear that Chandrababu Naidu is in a meeting with the top BJP leader as we speak. We're trying to get a confirmation. Some reports suggesting he's at Piyush Goyal's residence. He's not returned to the official residence where he's staying at. He was slated to fly out at about 6 p.m. this evening. At least that was the plan. He's flying charter, so obviously he's not time-bound in that sense. But the fact of the matter is we're learning that he might be in conversations already in terms of the negotiations, that will play out as far as ministerial berths is concerned. And going by past precedent, we do believe that Nitish Kumar will most likely depute Lalan Singh and Sanjay Jha to do the negotiations. They were present in that meeting today at 7 LKM. Okay, all right. I'm going to cut across, Poulomi. We're just going to cut across to images. We're going to cut across to images coming in right now of Prime Minister Modi, JP Nadda, Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh with all of their allies. A photo op where all of them are holding up the victory symbol. You've got Chandrababu Naidu standing right next to Prime Minister Modi. Perhaps this picture speaks volumes of how important the TDP is as an ally, as they bring 16 seats now to the table with this alliance. So besides the BJP, they've got the second highest tally right now. So right next to Prime Minister Modi is Chandrababu Naidu, and then you have Nitish Kumar, Eknath Shinde, you've got Pawan Kalyan right behind there, and several others. I see Chirag Paswan and all the other allies, HD Kumaraswamy, all standing there with the victory symbol, sending across a message that we are united. First pictures emerging, Poulomi, with a clear message being sent across by the BJP leadership that we've got all of our allies with us. We're 100% together. This is a show of solidarity, essentially. Absolutely. It's a show of solidarity as far as the NDA grouping is concerned. You see images, of course, of Prime Minister Narendra Modi there, flanked by Chandrababu Naidu, JP Nadda on his right-hand side. Rajnath Singh, Amit Shah were also part of that meeting. Nitish Kumar is in that meeting as well. Like I said, very importantly, Nitish Kumar now trusts two men to do the talking for him, and he has taken a representative to that meeting, and those are the two at the far left of the photograph in the second row, Lalan Singh and Sanjay Jha, who are in that picture. Ajit Pawar, I beg your pardon, has sent two emissaries, Sunil Tatkare and Praful Patel. We see them in the pictures. Jayant Chaudhary, Chirag Paswan in the picture. Members of the Aham Gana Parishad as well as the SKM in the picture. Anupriya Patel of Apna Dal is there. Pawan Kalyan is there. Atul Bora of the Aham Gana Parishad, like I said, is in that picture as well. Eknath Shinde in that image as well as Jitin Ram Manji. These are the members who were present in that meeting. So we're expecting that Lalan Singh and Sanjay Jha will do all the conversation on behalf of Nitish Kumar. And as far as Chandrababu Naidu is concerned, he's known to be a hard task master. You know, I was speaking to someone from Andhra Pradesh recently, and they said
he's a political veteran essentially, and there's no doubt that he is going to be going ahead and seeking his pound of the flesh as far as power in Delhi goes. Paulomi, my apologies for interrupting. We're cutting across to the other big meet that's underway in the national capital, the India Bloc huddle that's underway right now. Let's get you those details in Delhi as we speak. The India Bloc has also come together. Their meeting has kicked off. All of the leaders have gathered at Kharge's residence. And joining me now, I have Nabila Jamal as well as Rahul Gautam reporting from there. Rahul, to you first. Get us details of what's really on the agenda of this meeting. It's a full attendance. All political parties of the India Bloc have turned up, yes?
Entire India Bloc is currently present at 10 Rajaji Marg, the residence of Mallikarjun Kharge. Although TMC, Mamata Banerjee has not come for this important meet. However, Abhishek Banerjee is representing TMC. Apart from him, M.K. Stalin is here, Akhilesh Yadav, Tejasvi Yadav. So the entire top leadership of opposition camp is presently meeting at this place. There are two main agendas. First of all, what we're learning from our sources that they're likely to be a discussion on the post of convener as to who is going to be the convener of India Bloc and who's going to coordinate, from now onwards as far as India Bloc is concerned. Secondly, what we're learning from our sources that they're going to discussion that whether, India Bloc is going to sit in opposition or they're going to make some efforts in terms of staking claims, because there are a couple of voices that we are, getting to know from our sources that actually wants to make some attempts in forming the government. For example, yesterday Uddhav Thackeray put in a record that we should stake claim over the government formation. Now, this is being essentially done to send out a message to their electorate that, that you gave us mandate, you gave us votes, but it was not enough. We tried our best. We went down, while fighting. The numbers were not enough, and therefore now we're going to sit in opposition. Remember, these political parties have also made, many promises, to their voters, and so they don't want to be seen, running away from the responsibility of not claiming the government. However, what we learn from our sources that Congress party is not very keen in terms of making these attempts, saying that the number is not favor of opposition bloc, and they also clearly knows that if this government is going to come in, if somehow they cobble up the majority, then it's going to be the Prime Minister of Congress party, and it's going to be extremely challenging for him or her to run that government without running into controversies. So therefore, Congress party and what we have learned
as far as the numbers go, with the photo op that's emerged right now of the NDA being together, of them showing a united front, it looks rather difficult that anyone is going to switch over right now. There was talk of the TDP doing that. I can confirm to you that the Telugu Desam party has made it 100% clear that they're not switching sides. So the India Bloc will need a lot more than just a political miracle right now to be able to actually form the government. The NDA is sending across a message that we're stable, we're together. I want to bring in Nabila Jamal also on this broadcast, who's joining us from outside Kharge's residence. Supporters of the India Bloc jubilant at the performance of the alliance, Nabila, and they're no doubt hoping that the leaders can pull some strings and somehow come to power.
Totally, Akshata. In fact, what we hear from all the India bloc leaders, at least seemingly their supporters, representatives who are outside, because it's a high-profile meeting that's currently happening inside, is that they wait and watch. You see what's going to happen. We're going to form the government. Now, I don't know with what confidence and from where they say it with such conviction that they are going to form the government, because you remember they've got at least 39 more seats to cobble up to actually form a government here with that many allies. They already have a good number of allies in their kitty. Now, to actually pull in Nitish and Chandrababu Naidu is going to be a Herculean task. Like you rightly said, both of them have already pledged their allegiance with the NDA. But this, mind you, Akshata, is more of a show of strength. It's almost to say that the BJP has been limited to below majority, that they haven't been able to come up with a simple majority mark, which means the country, at least half of it, has defeated fascism, has protected democracy, has stood by the constitution, and it's a defeat of Prime Minister Modi. So this meeting, be sure, it's just posturing. There's nothing more that can possibly come out of it, because even the independents, as for what we know, the NDA has already gotten in touch with some of the independents as well to be on the safer side. So for the India bloc, they really have no chance. Let me touch upon a bit of the south here. MK Stalin seems to be the only southern leader here at the India bloc meeting, and he seemed quite happy, all smiles. 40 out of 40 seats. It's not an easy task for the DMK to come back with such a whopping mandate for the second consecutive time. In fact, 2019 also they came back with a thumping number, and in 2024, all 40 out of 40 for the DMK and alliance with the Congress. So MK Stalin came in all smiles, and he definitely does have bargaining power here, if at all the India bloc manages to actually form the government in any way. But it looks highly unlikely. Actually, I'd like to draw your attention also here at the flags. Rahul Gandhi seems to be unanimously pushed forward as the alliance leader. The Congress
clearly a whole lot of messaging involved in this particular meeting. Sure, the leaders may realize that, look, we don't have the numbers to form the government, but one, they believe that they can actually work on this kind of a performance, work on this number, and of course a message that we stand united right now, which is why every party is attending, as Rahul also told us about the Trinamool Congress also in that meeting. Let's in fact focus again on the NDA. Here's where the NDA faces the challenge, which is what the India bloc hopes to essentially capitalize on, which is that right now the TDP and the JDU have said, yes, we're very much a part of NDA, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to be seeking their slice of the power pie, particularly the Telugu Desam party. Here's what we're picking up about Chandrababu Naidu. He's currently in Delhi. You see him in those pictures standing right next to Prime Minister Modi, and that by itself will set off tongues wagging that he is now right next to Prime Minister Modi because of the sheer importance that the TDP is being given in that alliance. Now, reportedly, he is seeking about 5 to 6 cabinet berths as well as an MOS position. So let's break down the demands being put forth by Chandrababu Naidu. And here's what our sources tell us. First, on that list is the post of Speaker, which is something the JDU is also eyeing for. With how things right now stand in the Lok Sabha and the numbers also, with the opposition also managing to prove their might, the Speaker's post is extremely crucial. Then you've got the Finance Ministry MOS position, which is what Chandrababu Naidu reportedly has sought. Several other ministries, and I'll just quickly read those out for you. The Rural Development Ministry, Health and Education, Housing and Urban Affairs, Agriculture, Jal Shakti, IT and Communications, Road Transport. A long, long wish list there put forth by the TDP. And obviously they will be willing to reach middle ground, but how far will they actually go to go ahead and agree to the BJP's list of conditions is really the question. Paulomi, you got us that exclusive news break of the demands that TDP is putting forth right now. For the BJP, this is going to be essentially a very, very difficult tightrope walk where they're going to have to balance their allies, ensure adequate representation of their own party. And what's very clear is that the composition of the cabinet will look very different from 2014 and 2019 this time. Okay, we'll cut across to Paulomi in just a bit. I'll get her inputs also on what really will be discussed in the NDA. But remember that the information that we had is that Prime Minister Modi will be sworn in on June 8th at 8 p.m. in Delhi at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. And along with him, there will be some cabinet ministers also who will be taking the oath. So clearly, the BJP will have to ensure that they iron out all differences, keep a list ready immediately. Paulomi is back with me. Paulomi, I was highlighting forgetting how the cabinet this time is going to look very different from 2014 and 2019. And it is going to be hard for the BJP to kind of give in to the TDP, the JDU, and at the same time ensure that they accommodate their own faces.
Absolutely, it is going to be very important for, of course, for the BJP to accommodate everyone in that government, the new Union Council of Ministers. Everyone has ambitions, they have a wish list, they have demands as well, and that is going to be very crucial as far as the BJP's tightrope walk that they'll have to do. It's a lot of balancing that they'll have to do because those demands are being put forth already. Chandrababu Naidu has just arrived here at 50 Ashoka Road, which is his local accommodation. He stays here at an MP residence, so he's just arrived over here. We believe that he's already had an important meeting with a top BJP leader in order to iron out, what exactly could be the possible demands and what exactly could be on the plate. Obviously, the final decision lies with the Prime Minister himself as to how many of TDP MPs could he accommodate in his Union Council of Ministers and which are the portfolios that he could part with. But yes, over the next couple of days, Akshita, we're going to see a lot of hectic negotiations and parleys that will take place before, of course, everyone is satisfied that they've got their pound of flesh, because they do realize that they're in pole position right now.
And those images on our screens also, Paulomi, what you referred to, Chandrababu Naidu leaving after the NDA meet gets over. He's going to be staying in the national capital. Now, whether all the NDA leaders will go ahead and meet to the president, take claim tomorrow or the day after remains to be seen. But till then, in all likelihood, the NDA leaders will be camped in the national capital, because also, very importantly, over the next 24 hours, there will be crucial discussions and endless haggling essentially between the allies, seeking certain plum birth-seeking cabinet posts. We'll be tracking all of those updates. Thanks very much, Paulomi. Thanks to Rahul, Gautam and Nabila for also getting us all the latest on the India bloc. The biggest takeaways from the NDA meeting and the India bloc meeting that's underway. Okay, these are images, and before we wrap up this broadcast, we're just cutting across to the live images right now coming in of Chandrababu Naidu as his head stepped out at this point after the NDA meet. We'll just play out for you his first...
You're part of the NDA, sir?
How can we contest elections if you are not a part of NDA? Three parties combined we collected. Why you got that doubt, I don't know.
Sir, how was the meeting? Sir?
Good.
And sir, what about portfolios? Portfolios, sir.
Sir, what about portfolios, sir?
Okay, sir.